like clock. I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Boruto episode 145. Alright, first things first, we gotta give it up for the big blood Kamata, man. This guy was literally staring in the face of somebody that had absolute power over him, and he didn't bend, he didn't fold, he didn't break. It was Treyway 100% with my man's Kamata. He didn't snitch, and I love that about him. I really thought that he was gonna snitch, man, because he absolutely wanted to see his sister, but it just seemed like he had absolute 100% loyalty to Boruto and everybody else, or especially just Kokuri, mainly because he did help out his sister and get her that surgery. It was just a very good sight to see. Now, over the past couple of episodes, we've seen Boruto kind of switch or shift from like a action-based anime to it seems like a drama-based anime. It's like Death Note, or it's like Promised Neverland or something like that, and I personally like the change. And of course, it's not going to be a permanent thing. I mean, spoiler alert, some of you guys have been keeping up to date with the spoilers that I have been talking about. There's going to be a lot of action in upcoming episodes, but as of right now, it seems like a very high tension and just drama anime, and it just seems like a very good thing. But the big thing from this anime is the fact that Lord Mujo, like, he's pretty much done for at this point. Now, in my opinion, he's definitely not dead, man, because if he was dead, the jutsu that they were under would have probably been uplifted. So I'm pretty sure he's not completely dead, but he's definitely immobilized as of right now. He's pretty much done for. Now, Banga in this situation, I thought that Banga was going to be a very strong guy. He looked like he wouldn't bend, he wouldn't fall, he wouldn't break his tray when it came to the number 2 of the Mugen Bandits, but all of a sudden he just made a complete 180 and went back to number 2 of the Mugen Bandits and definitely just broke a deal with them. Now, of course, he stuck to his guns. He said that he wouldn't necessarily murder anybody, but if you guys look at it from Banga's perspective, of course, we know that Banga is definitely the bad guy in the scenario, but if someone's telling you all you have to do is transfer somebody to another prison and then you get a whole lot of money, I mean, that seems like a very enticing offer, mainly because Banga, he doesn't necessarily have anything to lose if Kokuri is just sent off to the second Hozuki Castle. Now, the drama with the second Hozuki Castle is that they're most likely going to be a lot of Mugen Bandits there. The number 2 said it, Kokuri said it. Everybody knows that that's probably going to be almost like a death trap for Kokuri if he actually does go to the second Hozuki Castle. So Boruto and the guys have pretty much came up with the idea that they're going to bust out of the jam. Big blood Boruto getting tired of that jail. He trying to get back and hit up the block again. So that's exactly what he's going to do. And of course, I feel like that's probably one of the only decisions that they had to make, man, because at this point, Lord Mujo was pretty much the only person in that prison that understood that they were from the Hidden Leaf Village. If Lord Mujo can't necessarily come back to his post, Boruto and Mitsuki are going to be in prison for like the next 8 years. Now, I'm not sure if that's the exact release date, but what we understand is that in the first episode of the Mugen Bandits, Boruto told one of the inmates that, hey, my release date is in 8 years. Like, I'm in here for 8 years for robbery. Now, if that's the case, like, let's be honest, Boruto is not going to spend 8 years in the prison. So, of course, Boruto eventually was going to have to break out of the prison, man, because the mission would have been failed if Kokuri would have been shifted out or not. So, hey, if Boruto's going to break out, you might as well break out with Kokuri as well, and that could possibly save and salvage the mission. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see how they plan the prison break. How are they going to go about it? Are they going to have help from other inmates? Are the other inmates going to want to break out of the prison as well? It's just going to be a whole lot of drama in the next episode. I'm definitely waiting for that. Now, in this episode, we got to see the backstory of Kokuri, and it seemed like a very sad backstory. Kokuri is definitely an honest guy, and just looked like he was overall put in a very difficult position. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people doing the wrong things, and that's just how it was. Kokuri really thought that he was just doing an honest day's work. He was working for a business, and it just turns out that the business that he was working at is one of the most popular group of thieves there is in the Shinobi land. It just seems to be a very unfortunate scene for him. He breaks out of that jam, donates the money that he stole from the Mugen Bandits to a children's hospital, then vows that, hey, I got a new start now, I'm gonna protect everybody, tries to protect the woman from getting her purse stolen, ends up actually assaulting the victim because the woman was trying to steal the purse from the guy. Like, this guy just has the absolute utmost bad luck of all time. Now, looking at the bigger picture of everything, if we assume that Boruto and everybody else are going to be successful in this mission and they do get Kokuri back to the Hidden Leaf Village and they do get to pretty much interrogate Kokuri and figure out what he knows about the Mugen Bandits, I really don't think he's going to know anything, mainly because he thought he was working at a legal business. He didn't know he was working for the Mugen Bandits, so the only information that he could possibly give Naruto is about their finances, like where do they legally spend money and how much money do they get in, and possibly even the bank code. But if we're thinking about the Mugen Bandits of being a very good thieving organization, they'd understand to change a lot of their information in terms of the accounting that Kokuri was handling, mainly because if they don't, they could just get caught slipping like that. So I feel like they most likely changed a lot of the bank codes. Switching gears though, we've seen a Sarada sighting in this episode and it was absolutely amazing. We've seen her use genjutsu. Of course, we understand that Sarada is a very good genjutsu user. We haven't necessarily seen her use it a lot in recent episodes, so seeing her use it now is a very good sight to see, and it wasn't necessarily anything too crazy. We're pretty sure kokuri as a shinobi isn't really good, so we can't necessarily claim power scaling from Sarada at this point with her genjutsu, but it's just good to know that Sarada understands that using it is very helpful to what she can possibly do, and of course she's still using it so she can get better and better at it the more she does use it. But let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section below. As I said, this episode is definitely a very good one. It seems like more of a drama than an action, but of course in this episode we did get to see a lot of good scenes. One of the best scenes is Kamata not bending, not folding, not breaking his treyway, but regardless, we understand that they're still in a very difficult situation, man, because kokuri is still set to go to the second Hozuki Castle. It seems very, very dim for my man's Kamata. He might be in solitary confinement for the rest of his life, or possibly just a long time. If they do break out, hey, maybe they take Kamata with him, and maybe he serves the rest of his sentence in the Hidden Leaf Village. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. It's me, your boy Baara B, and we out.
It's a knife.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual, no high cholesterol. Where's Jenny Craig? Bitch, just get sexual.